In this final tutorial for the maze game, I'm going to show you how to draw the lives and the score on the screen. To begin with, I've opened up a sprite, a tiny little sprite which looks like a heart, and this is the image I'm going to use to show how many lives there are. I've also created a font. Okay, this font I'm going to call it Score. I've just selected a font size and type that I want to display the score in. You need to create this font first, otherwise it will just simply use the default font, which isn't particularly very good. So next thing I'm going to do is create a new object, and I'm going to call this scoreboard, or just score. I'm not going to select a sprite at all for this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new event. I'm going to use the draw event. The draw event is a special event which is called every time it wants to draw that sprite or that object. I'm then going to go to score, and I'm going to use the two options here. The first option, draw live images. I'm going to drag that in, and I'm going to choose the live sprite, and I'm going to set X to be 10 by 10. Okay, the X and Y is where it's going to be placed on the screen, and the image is the image it's going to use for each individual life. I'm going to click on OK, and then I'm going to add this to my room. Now, it doesn't matter where I add this, so I just make sure I've selected it and I slap it in there. Because I've not given it a sprite, it comes up with a question mark, which is fine. So I'm going to run this, and what you should see, once it loads up, you can see it's got the 3 lives set there. If I lose a life, you can see one of the hearts disappears. So with that very simple command, I can actually get it to display that lives very quickly. I'm going to add an event onto it. I'm going to go to create, and on this event what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to always forget that there is draw, and I'm going to set the colour that I want to use for the score, which is white, and I'm also going to select the font I want to use, which is the one I've just created. So this is going to set up this scoreboard to have this colour and this font, and that's done on the create event. And I'm going to go back to draw, and this time I'm going to draw the score. I'm going to place this a bit further along across the x-axis, so maybe about position 300, and I'm going to leave Y alone because I want it to be right at the top of the screen. I'm going to leave the caption of score because it's going to say score and then whatever the score is straight after it. So I'm going to click on OK and OK again, and they're going to run it. So what should happen is this: you can see there's a score there and the lives, and when I collect items, you can see the score goes up. And as you notice, as it goes on the next screen, the score and lives have disappeared. So there's one last thing I need to do, is if you remember persistent, this will make it exist across all rooms. So I'm just going to click on it, click on OK, and just test it again, and hopefully this time the score and lives should be on every screen. Okay, there we go, you got the score, and we got the lives. And there you go, you've got the beginnings of a cool maze game.